This pitch from Davis, and we've seen it here. He's got some filthy stuff, has induced weak contact twice out there. Unfortunately for him, one of them just found some real estate in the outfield. So top one out, 2-2 count, still a scoreless tie. We're just getting going here at David Story Field. And the Black Bears righty delivers, and right off the end of the bat into the screen, fouled away. We'll keep it at 2-2. And Davis, again, we mentioned he had a nice season, 5-1 with a 3.40 ERA, 53 strikeouts at Feather River College. And this team is loaded up with arms, guys that can throw really hard and mix it up. It's going to cause a lot of fits for opposing lineups as this is skied in the air. Over into left field. Radomski is there, camps under it, and makes the grab for out number 2. So far, every ball in play has been over to that left side, despite the abundance of lefties that have been up to the plate. And here comes Cesar Lopez to the plate. And from Cal Poly Pomona, Lopez is 3-year veteran. As you might have heard Brandon over on my left say, Brandon is a Sweets broadcaster. Might be picking him up a little bit as Davis fires a strike in there, count 0-1. And I love seeing the crowd out here at David Story Field. Bob's Sporting Goods party deck is filled up with some fans here. A lot over on the left side, still some filled over on the Sweet side, but most of them Black Bears fans as they check over at first. The throw is not in time. Nice little grab there by Weber. Weber did not start the first game at first base. It was actually Kerry Arboleda. But he's taking his spot on the bench here today, at least to start this one. No balls, 1 strike. Davis, another slide step delivery, misses downstairs, and the count now 1-1. So we see Davis has a nice slide step move. He maintains his control that we saw from his windup. So that's usually good. That's something at this stage of the game that some guys might still be working on, but up to this point, it looks like he's mastered it. Checking over Weber, doing a nice job holding him on, about 8 feet off the bag. Next pitch is down and inside, and actually 5 holes Burley, but he's able to scoop it up in time to hold Conniff over there at first base and make sure he's not reaching over too much. So we'll go with a 2-1 count. And Lopez digs back into the box with that open stance. Davis sets, checks, double takes. Here's the 2-1. Fires, and this is lined over the shortstop's head and into left field. On a hop, picking it up is Radomski. He's going to fire to third. Here comes the throw, the tag. Not in time. Oh, and they throw the ball away. There was a late call. Here comes the runner for second, and now they got him in a pickle. They're going to look over and try to make sure that the runner between third and home gets caught, and they get him. What a heads-up play that time by Miles Davis, who picked up the ball, and listen, they might have cost themselves a run here, so the Sweets end up running themselves out of the inning, despite having an advantage and almost getting a runner over towards second base. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, though a mental one on their side, and 1 left on base. We are finished with half an inning here at David Story Field. Scoreless tie heading to the bottom of the first with the Black Bears coming to bat. After a minute break, we'll be coming back. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on KEDO and the Black Bears Television Network.
For tonight's singing of the national anthem, please welcome former Cowlitz County Sheriff, Mark Nelson.
You see, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets
Jacob, can you add another 30 seconds?
the bombs bursting in air gave
Thank you.
proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
right, welcome back here. We actually had our national anthem. Pardon me for 1 second.
All right, Mark. Yeah.
We had our national anthem a little late. I think he might have showed up a little late, but that's okay. We got it in, and now the Walla Walla Sweets will get a chance to warm up. And you know what? Sounds like a perfect time to give out the Cowlitz Black Bears lineup for today. Matty Fung, the second baseman, is going to lead things off with Matthew Schwartz, the shortstop, batting second. Sean Mulcair, who had a long home run back on the first game in Ridgefield on Wednesday, is the DH hitting third. Jacob Burley, the hard-hitting catcher, cleans things up with Jace Bailey, the right fielder, hitting fifth. Johnny Radomski's in left field in the sixth spot with the seven-hitter Wilson Weber at first base. Kyle Sandstrom's in center field in the eighth spot, and Brock Bozit is batting ninth and playing third base to round out the order. Up against Jake Daly, from the College of Southern Idaho. He was 6-2 in 50 and a third innings pitched with a 2.68 ERA and 46 strikeouts. So big strikeout guy that knows how to win, keeps runs down. He's a big, tall right-hander. Big downhill action. He's 6'5", 225 pounds, and he'll have this defense behind him. Cesar Lopez is in left field with Jackson Lappiner in center. Seth Ryberg mans right field. Let's go from first to third in the infield this time. William Grimm, Chris Conniff, Cameron Butler at shortstop, and Justin Foles at third base. Colin Wetterow is behind the plate, and Jake Daly is out there on the mound, and he'll go up against Matty Fung, who honestly hasn't got to play baseball in a while. He was over at Boise State, and they had cut the program, so he got a little unlucky there. And then, of course, with COVID in there as well, he missed out at the end of his high school campaign, his final season. So he hasn't played in a while, but he showed a good presence at the plate, good patience, as he walked in 2 trips when he took the box during the first game. Also scored a run and showed some speed on the base pass. He's a very good fielding second baseman. Also plays a little center. So let's see what he can do now leading off against the tall right-hander Daly. And Daly winds, delivers, misses downstairs right over the shoe tops of Fung, and the count 1-0. So Schwartz waits on deck, and again, we saw 1 through 9. This lineup was really, really good against the Ridgefield Raptors. Let's see if they can duplicate that effort here today. 1-0. That's a strike. Fastball on the outside edge. Actually caught a lot of plate there, and the count 1-1. So we mentioned Fung has had a long layoff between playing, but he's looked good in BP. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss on the down and away pitch. Went a bit off speed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the thing with Fung, though, that we kept an eye on, in that first game, he did work 2 walks, which was a big deal. Means he's seeing the ball pretty well. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit hard off the top of the bag. Definitely got under it. And that's going to carry and hit one of the buildings here at Lower Columbia College. Back behind home plate, so the count will remain 1-2. And now the Sweets right-hander delivers. Ooh, just off the black on the outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now these teams, or rather the Black Bears, are 29-25 against the Sweets all time, but most recently lost the season series 2-4. However, the Black Bears have swept the season series against them twice, going 3-0 against the Sweets and 3-0, or rather, my mistake, in 2017 and 2015, as this is fouled away. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes coming up. Fung digging back in, double taps the plate. He's ready to go. And he's got a ton of protection in this lineup. Now the 2-2. Swung on and sky to left center field. Lappiner was there, but then Lopez swooped over and was able to make the grab for out number 1. So now for both teams, a lot of flyouts over to left field as Matthew Schwartz steps to the plate, and he had a very nice game number 1. Went 2 for 5 with a double, a couple runs scored, and a run batted in. And both his hits went the other way. He had a nice shot to the gap between the right and center fielders back in Ridgefield, and then hit one through the right hole over in the infield as he takes one inside for a ball, 1-0. Let's give you the dimensions here at David Story Field. It's a short left field. It's 306 out there, 342 in the power alley, and 387 to dead away center field. This one popped up on the right side. Conniff calls everybody off, battles the sun, and makes the grab for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here. Let's finish the dimensions up. It is 326 down the right field line, and there's no label in the power alley over in right field. So just somewhere between 387 and 326. Definitely a hitter's ballpark when it comes to right-handed hitters as Sean Mulcair steps up. And Mulcair had a huge game back in Richfield in that 10-8 victory. 2 for 3, a couple runs scored, 2 runs batted in, and a solo home run as he swings over that off-speed pitch. A little low, count 0-1. The outfield shifting a bit over to the right side as Lappiner backs up and moves over towards the right side of the outfield. Here's the 0-1. And that's a strike right on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes coming up. So Mulcair behind as Daly. He's really doing well attacking that strike zone. 12 pitches now as that's up and away. 8 of them for strikes. Just pitching downhill, a lot of fastballs, challenging these Black Bears hitters early. Now here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back, so we'll do it all over again. 4-pitch at-bat so far for Sean Mulcair, trying to make him work, as most of these guys will be doing early in the summer season. You know, maybe some guys coming in on an innings limit. So you definitely want to make him work and use a lot of pitches early, especially a big, strong arm like Daly. Now the 1-2 with 2 away, and just gets a piece of it as it's fouled back. Pretty decently deep backstop here at David Story Field, so a pass ball or a wild pitch will almost certainly bring a run in to score. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A pair of hits in the first inning for the Sweets, but then the runner on third base got caught between home plate and the third base bag, and some good defense for the Black Bears were able to bail him out of the inning. Now the 1-2 again. And once again gets a piece of it and fouls it over on the left side. So Mulcair putting together a tough at-bat. Sean Mulcair from the University of Portland, just a hop, skip, and a jump down I-5. Also from Kenmore, Washington. Stands at 5'10" and 185 pounds. Another 1-2. Breaking pitch lined right back to the mound and tips off his glove, and that's going to go into center field. A nice play by Chris Conniff, who scooped it up on the hop. He fired to first, but not in time. So Mulcair, with his 3rd hit in 2 games, he's hitting the ball quite well to start the season, and he'll make way for Jacob Burley, the catcher from Brown University. Burley was 1 for 2 with a walk and a run batted in. Also stole a base. He's got some wheels for a catcher. As we mentioned, Burley from Brown, the only Ivy Leaguer on this squad. But he hails from Hollister, California. 6'1", 200 pounds. He leans out over the plate. First pitch goes off the handle of the bat and goes foul over on the right side. I believe that's the first foul ball to the right that we've seen today. And the count 0-1. The Black Bears in their home greens, don't they look sharp? With the orange trim, the Black Bears claw baseball logo on the top left lapel in white and orange. Also big white numbers on the back. As Burley takes a strike, a fastball, count 0-2. White pants with a green and orange stripe going down the side, and green socks for those that have it pulled up. And they also have their green caps on today with the Calit C and the Black Bear in the middle in orange. Runner on first. Here's the 0-2 with 2 away and gets a hold of it over to right field. Ryberg racing over towards the line, picks up a little speed and makes the grab for the final out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left aboard. We are all done with 1 here at David Story Field, heading into the top of the second with the scoreless tie and the Sweets coming to bat. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on KEDO and the Black Bears Network. We'll be back in just a minute.
For the water balloon catch, you can see Jaden out there just in front of just to the left of the home plate. Jaden, what you got going on?
Gonna get free tickets to the next game.
Oh. This fella in the blue, he is hyped. Look at that. He's ready to go.
Excited. Okay, do we want to pass out the balloons? Okay, where's the buckets? Okay, so they're gonna be throwing into a bucket, okay? Who thinks that this team's gonna win? Who thinks this team's gonna win? And what about this one? Okay,
All right, welcome
All right,
back
let's
here
do
to
it.
David Story Field. We got some on-field action. I think there's some water balloons that are going to be going at each other. So let's see if the blue team on the left or the red team over on the right wins. It looked like one went into the basket but then shattered. I think the goal here is to, make sure they don't shatter. I mean, if I was one of the kids out there on the field, I'd just be kind of hurling them at my buddy. So I give them a lot of credit with the self-control that they have. All right, now it looks like it's a bit more of a relay race. One gets lobbed in and it rolls across the turf. They're lucky that it's turf here. As we're getting ready to go here in the top of the second, opening night here at David Story Field. Again, the first time in 667 days since there's been a home game here in Cowlitz County, and the Black Bears are very excited to get after it. The energy during practice with this team was palpable. Everybody was out here ready to go, some of them fresh off a college season, some haven't played in about 2 years, but no matter who was out there, everybody was all set and just geared up. A lot of positive anxiety, I'll call it. Not really nervousness, but just that feeling when you're revved up and ready to go. That's what they had out here during practice and in their first game, as Colin Wetterow is going to step to the plate to lead things off. It's going to be Wetterow, Grimm, and Lappiner against Davis for a second inning, as the first pitch to him misses outside, and the count is now 1 ball and no strikes. A ton of lefties for the Sweets, as the man on deck also left-handed. Here's the 1-0, and this is slammed right back to the mound, and a scorcher into center for a base hit. So Wetterow gets some good wood on it on the fastball and laces one up the middle for a base hit. And Wetterow, a Jersey boy, or at least, actually now I can't find his number. There we go. Wetterow, a Jersey boy from Medford, New Jersey, goes to St. John's. One of 3 St. John's players here. That's where I'm from Bloomfield, New Jersey. East Coast guy, happy to join you here on the West Coast for all 57 more games, yes, of Black Bears baseball here. So here's Davis, slide step delivery, misses low for a ball, count 1-0. And Davis, he's had some pretty good control of that fastball today, but they've been coming around on it, hitting the ball in the air. That's actually the first straight up ground ball that he's surrendered today. He did have the chopper over to Brock Bozza at third base. Now the 1-0. Ooh, I don't know where that missed. Perhaps a bit low, because that looked like it clipped the black on the inside corner. Count 2 balls and no strikes. So Wetterow, catcher. So presumably not a ton of speed. A ground ball to the middle infielders, either Fung or Schwartz, should result in a double play, especially with this all-turf infield, making the ball come in a lot faster. Here's the 2-0. And sails one high and outside. 3 balls, no strikes, as Burley just steps out a little bit to calm his right-hander down. Sun beginning to set just a little bit here at David Story Field. The clouds covering it out there, as it started off a fairly hot day out there. But now we're down to 70 degrees as the get me over does its job. A nice fastball on the inside corner for a strike. So 3-1 coming up. Right-hander comes set, checks the runner at first, delivers, breaking ball. That's that slider right there for a strike. And, when you have a slider with that much movement that you can rely on consistently for a strike like that, that's a dangerous weapon. Because not only is that a chase pitch against these lefties or even right-handers, well, if any of them really come up for the Sweets today, it's also something that he can dunk in there in a 3-ball count. So here he goes with the payoff pitch. Wines delivers, and this is tapped. Over to short, could be 2. Schwartz shuffles to second for 1. Back over to first, and the ball gets away. No error, because you can't assume the double play. It's a 6-4 fielder's choice, and the Black Bears get a defensive out up there on the board for another lefty, Jackson Lappiner.
Sponsor of tonight's game by Coastal Media, operating 5 radio stations, including Rocket 107, 94.5, KOIK, Real Country K-Band, and KED.
All right, so here comes Jackson Lappiner. Sporting the number 21, we had him as 31, but, summer ball, rosters change, guys show up, and I think his case was the 31 jersey didn't fit, as this is low, gets away, here comes the throw, and Fung right there to back it up. So he grabs it, and William Grimm advances on the wild pitch. So that was a ball, count 1-0, and second time that they've had a guy on base to start the inning with 1 away. Davis trying to make sure he doesn't come around to score. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 Lappiner. Played at Golden West. Comes from Sherman Oaks, California. The next pitch to the lefty. A lot of air under that one, but all for naught as that one goes into the parking lot. 1 ball and 1 strike coming up to Lappiner. And another lefty on deck. You know what? I'm going to have to ask how many left-handed batters. I'm going to have ask Brandon, their broadcaster, just how many they've got. I think they had 1 righty come up today. It's now runner in scoring position with Delosier waiting on deck. The DH, here's the 1-1 coming in, and just misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, so happy to see the fans here. Pandemic, the big haze of the pandemic starting to lift with people coming out and getting vaccinated and, you know, just making sure that everybody's healthy out here. It's so great to see fans back in the stands and some baseball here in Cowlitz County as that slider, I guess, crossed the plate a little low, perhaps outside, count 3-1. I thought that pitch from Davis looked real good. Davis still looking for his first strikeout of the evening. As he takes a long look before his 3-1 pitch. 3 hits so far surrendered to the Walla Walla Sweets. As he checks back on Grimm, another 3-ball count. Kicks high, fires, and gets a swing and a miss. Good pitch that time by Davis. Goes low again, gets Lappiner to swing over it, and now he's got another full count. He looked good in the last full count. So let's see if he can do it again. Davis has been starting off with strikes pretty well today, but he's going to want to avoid battling in these 3-ball counts moving forward if he wants to have any length to this start today. So Grimm over on second base. Here comes the payoff. And strike 3, he got him. What a frame by Jacob Burley. Pulled that right over the plate. I thought that might have been a bit outside, but Davis able to pick up the backwards K and sends him down looking for out number 2. And how about Jacob Burley? I thought that pitch might have been an inch outside, but pulls it back in. And that was enough for Chad Little to ring him up. So Chad Little, the home plate umpire, and John Poland, the field umpire for today's contest, as Caden Delosier steps up to the plate. Delosier, his first at-bat of the season, takes one low in the count 1-0. A big left-handed hitter Delosier is. So I'm looking to where he was. He is another guy that had his number changed. Oh, there we go. We had him at 26. He's from Canby, Oregon. Went to Lynn Benton Community College, 6'1", 210. So, yeah, big guy up there. Big time open stance as well. Takes one low. 2 balls and no strikes. So the positive for Davis, there's 2 outs on the board. The negative, you have a runner on second and a 2-0 count to a big hitter. See if you can fight back like he has in previous counts. Cody Keir looking from the bench, the pitching coach, checking out Davis's stuff as he released that one a little early, missed outside, 3-0. Hey, there's a right-handed batter. On deck, Cameron Butler, the shortstop. It's been a rarity from this Sweets lineup. And they check back over to the runner on second. No throw as Schwartz and Fung were both pretty far away from the bag. Actually, Fung shifted over towards the right side, very close to first base. They're expecting Delosier to pull on the ground here. Davis sets, checks back. Here comes his 3-0. And misses way outside, ball 4. That's where he's been missing today to these left-handed batters. Outside in that right-handed batter's box. As he'll have a chance to face a righty here in Cameron Butler. So Butler from Cal Poly, 6 foot, 175 pounds, utility guy today playing shortstop. And the first pitch to him is hit in the air to right field. Fung is trying to call the right fielder off, but racing in is Bailey. They collide, but they got it for the final out, and Fung is down. Bailey seems to be okay, but Fung is still down there on the ground, and they're going to have the trainer go out and look at him, but Bailey able to snag it for the final out, and, man, we hope that Fung's okay out there. As we're going to step aside, take a quick break. Fung seems to be okay. All right, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base, and 1 close call. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on KEDO and the Black Bears Television Network. We'll be back after just a minute with the Black Bears coming to bat.
Sessions menu, and guess what? Order delicious food from our app. It's Fan Food. And scan the QR code found throughout the ballpark. Get notified when your order is ready. Coming up to the plate now for the Cowlitz Black Bears, Jace Bailey.
Welcome back to the ballpark here. Bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Jace Bailey, Johnny Radomski, and Wilson Weber all to the plate in a scoreless tie as Bailey collapsed over the second baseman, Matty Fung, to make the final out of that top of the second inning. But they both seem to be all right, and now Bailey will step to the plate. Jace was phenomenal in game 1. There's no other way to put it. 2 hits in 5 at-bats, a run scored, and 2 driven in. He had a absolutely titanic 2-run home run in Ridgefield. And the big left-handed hitter takes a pitch low, count 1-0. Bailey from Boise State, from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I'm sure he'll correct me later if I pronounce that wrong. 6'4", 185 pounds, so a tall drink of water. Takes one down and in over the shoe tops, 2-0. Again, we got some cloud cover, but no real threat of rain here today. In this first game of a 3-game set against the Sweets. And the 2-0. Down and inside, 3 balls, no strikes. The Sweets wearing red jerseys with Wallace squared on the front. That's right, there's a little 2 right there at the top. Oh, I forget the name of that. There's some grammatical term for what that is, but it's like when you write a power on top of a number. That's what it is. So Walla for Walla Walla. They also have numbers on the back, all in white, as that's a strike taken in the count 3-1. Gray pants and black caps with a big W, and then that small number 2 on the right side, W squared, to represent Walla Walla. Here's the 3-1, and this is taken the other way, skimmed in the air. Third baseman Foles is there and catches the sinking fly ball for out number 1.
Johnny Radomski.
So lines that one to the third baseman. There's one down. Here's Johnny Radomski. Radomski in the young season is 1 for 5 with a couple of strikeouts, but played really well in left field in the last game. Also got a hit when he needed to. Oh, look out, and he is plunked right there on the inside. Had no opportunity to get out of the way, so Radomski gets to first the hard way.
Up to the plate now, Wilson Weber.
And again, a runner on first base for these Cowlitz Black Bears. Here comes Wilson Weber. Weber came in late in game number 1 as a defensive replacement, 0 for 1 with a run scored, a run batted in because he walked with the bases loaded. Weber, also a catcher, a young guy committed to Oregon State from Gresham, Oregon. First pitch to him is a fastball. Man, you heard that one. Popping Wetterow's leather right there on the outside corner, count 0-1. And now the sun's starting to peek out here right in my face in the press box. Thank goodness we have some of these blinds out here to block it out of the way, as I still have not purchased my first pair of sunglasses here in Washington. Pitch misses low to Weber, and the count 1-1. And Weber, one of the young guys that the Black Bears staff have a lot of faith in. They think that he can be a big difference maker on his team despite his young age and lack of college experience. Couple of checks, and now a time called at the plate. Weber called it. As the left-hander Kyle Sandstrom waits on deck. Sandstrom just got here today. I was actually in the office when we gave him his jersey. He picked the number 10. Looks pretty good on him. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit sharply over to short. Diving stop by Butler. Picks it up. He's got one place to first on a bound. And not in time. Infield single for Wilson Weber. How about that? Despite the strong throw over there by the shortstop Butler. So 2 aboard here. And the Black Bears in business with just 1 out. And Kyle Sandstrom stepping to the plate. So Sandstrom, a left-hander, a welcome addition to this lineup. Looks out, he's ready to go. First at-bat for him for the Black Bears. And the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, count 1-0. Sandstrom from Charleston Southern also pitches. In 2020, he played in 17 games because down south they start their season early, so he was able to get out there and get after it. And the 1-0 to him is a fastball on the inside corner, count 1-1. And very easy to tell when Daly is throwing a fastball here because you can really hear it off of Wetterow's glove. Went to Ferndale High School in Ferndale, Washington, so a bit of a homecoming coming back here. Also went to Lower Columbia Community College, so a homecoming for him in that regard as well as he hits one towards the hole on the right side. Going to be a tough play to the first baseman. Did he win the race over there? And yes, he does. 3-1. Sandstrom is out, but he'll advance both base runners and put a pair in scoring position for Brock Bozit with 2 away. My mistake there. So here's Brock Bozit, final batter in this order, 1 for 2 in his first game with the strikeout. Also a run scored, my mistake, 0 for 2. There we go. Looking for his first hit, and if he gets one here, he'll put a run on the board for this Cowlitz Black Bear squad. A right-handed batter at the plate, takes a pitch down and outside. Fastball there, 1-0. Daly at 32 pitches, 21 have gone over the plate. And waiting on deck is Matty Fung. Good to see him in the on-deck circle. Means he's all right after that collision. He looked okay, walked off on his own power, but he was down for about a minute there as this is skied Fallon over the gym and other health sciences facilities here at Lower Columbia College on the right side, and the count 1-1. And Bozit, when he made contact in the last game, he hit it over to the right side as he fouls one. Ooh, takes Wetterow's mask off. So it bounced off the plate and got him under the chin.
He drove here tonight is smoking. Visit Bud Clary.
He is all right, though.
When finding new or certified.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. He's a Jersey guy.
BudClary.com.
Of course he could take a hit or two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Another base hit for the Black Bears this inning, and then Radomski also reached by getting hit by a pitch right by the chest. Daly comes set near the belt, takes a deep breath and delivers the 1-2 breaking ball. He got him. Catches Bozit window shopping for strike 3 that dunks right into the zone and will end the bottom of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left aboard for the Black Bears. Wait until the top of the third and scoreless tie, and the Squeaks coming to bat. We'll be back in a minute. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears baseball on KEDO and the Black Bears Television Network.
Now see how quick you can get this game underway. Jaden, what's up?
I am just a huge fan of that Weather Guard commercial. I love that chant on the end. I think it's so funny and so catchy. Again, I've only been in the area for 7 days, and I already know who to call when I'm in that situation. I got to go to Weather Guard. So it's going to be the top of the order for the Walla Walla Suites. It's going to be Ryberg, Conniff, and Justin Foles all to the plate against Miles Davis, who's kept his pitch count fairly tidy, 37 pitches, 19 strikes. Again, nothing. Both teams have put the bat on the ball. 3 hits for the Sweets and 2 for the Black Bears, but nobody able to get a runner beyond third base. And Davis will open up this at-bat with a strike right there at the knees. Good-looking slider there, and the count 0-1. And we got cameras posted all over the ballpark here for our TrackMan technology. We're getting like exit velocity, spin rates, all stuff that can help our players out in their development. As the next pitch, another strike at the knees, and the count 0-2. Yeah, something I've noticed today from Davis, when he keeps that ball low and pitches a little more inside of these lefties, he's been getting a ton of called strikes. But after a pair of low pitches, let's see if he tries to go upstairs and change the eye level. They set up down and outside here. Now the 0-2, and it is the fastball, but a little too far away in the count 1-2. And again, that's been Davis's minor issue today, just letting go of the ball a little bit early. But again, with about maybe perhaps a 2-week layoff between playing last and coming out here, still ironing out a few kinks, and he has some really good stuff. I love that slider. So the 1-2 is that slider, but misses away. 2 balls and 2 strikes coming up for Ryberg. Again, Ryberg, a rare right-hander in this order. I think they stacked almost all the righties here. No, they don't, as Chris Conniff is a lefty. I've only seen 2 or 3 right-handers in this Sweets batting order. Yeah, then they picked a good day to stack the lefties against the righty. As the 2-2, a diving catch. Oh, what a play by Brock Bozit. Leaps over to his left side, not a care in the world, sticks his glove out and makes the grab for out number 1. And that defense early on for the Black Bears has been a major plus for them. We've seen Jace Bailey make some spectacular plays out in right field, and now something over at the hot corner from the double B, Brock Bozit. So here comes Chris Conniff to the plate, 1-for-1 with a line drive base hit over to left field his first time up. Wearing the high socks, a very nice look. First pitch to him is high and outside, and we'll have a 1-0 coming up to him. Black Bears still waiting on their first run of the game, looking to keep the Sweets scoreless through 3. As Davis delivers another slider, that's a strike, and the count 1-1. Filthy pitch for him. We've seen the changeup with some downward action from him as well. And the 1-1. There's a breaking ball in for a strike, and the count 1-2. Now Davis starting to feel it, getting into a bit of a groove here.
Better than a nice cold beer. Maybe it's time to re-up.
Waiting on deck is Justin Foles, the 3-hitter, looking for a big hit. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball misses low, deflects off of the heel of Burley's glove, but doesn't matter. They're just going to let that one roll over as Shane McCarroll, the first base coach of the Black Bears, scoops that one up. The Black Bears have some coaching staff this year, as Shane McCarroll, a student manager down at Oregon State, knows a lot. Just a big baseball guy, big in analytics, as this is up and away. Fastball, count full, 3-2. Then, of course, Brian Burris with 16 years of professional experience. Also 6 seasons of MLB pitching. As this is grounded over to short. Scooped up by Schwartz. Should be an easy play. Fires a little high to first, but Weber is able to make the grab and send him down for out number 2. So we talk about Burris. He played for the Pirates, the Blue Jays, and the Baltimore Orioles. Cody Keir was actually here with the Black Bears back in 2012. He'll be the pitching coach. He was also a part-time scout for the Chicago Cubs and Miami Marlins. Then the hitting coach, Aaron Matthews, should also be a familiar name. Played AAA in the Blue Jays system for quite some time. In over 700 games, had over 200 extra base hits and hit 281 in his 9 professional seasons. First pitch to the lefty Foles is high and away, 1-0. So Davis getting ready to throw his 50th pitch here. He's been about 50-50 balls and strikes, but has been effective, again, inducing some weak contact and letting his fielders make some plays. Another fastball high and outside. That was pitch number 50, so now he's at 25 balls and 25 strikes for the evening. Wind blowing hard and in here. in from right field, or actually from right center, as the 2-0 delivered. There's that slider in for a strike, and the count 2-1. So when he falls behind, he's not afraid to go with his secondary stuff, and really, that slider looks almost more like a primary pitch for him. Here's the 2-1. Another slider, swing and a miss by Justin Foles, and count even now at 2-2. Bases empty, top of the third. Scoreless tie here. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Miles Davis looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. And Davis is 2-2. A little bit low with the changeup. Fills the count up 3-2. And thus far for Davis, he's gone into full counts 5 times, but has thrown a strike in all 5 instances. See if you can keep that going here. Probably another slider coming. Payoff. And it is that slider. Strike 3. Catches him window shopping on the outside corner. He got him and picks up his second strikeout of the evening. Headed into the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Scoreless tie. Black Bears coming up looking to break that. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on KEDO and the Black Bears Television Network. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back here to the bottom of the third inning. Matty Fung going to lead things off, followed by Matthew Schwartz and Sean Mulcair. So the top of the Black Bears order looking to get something across. The first time through, they got a pair of hits and a man aboard by way of a hit by pitch against Dally. So let's see if they can make a difference here the second time through as Fung pulls back a bunt, count 1-0. So Fung flied out to left field this first time as he takes a strike right there. Count 1-1 off of the Dally fastball. So Dally's best pitch has been the heater, and on the other side for Davis, it's been that slider. And so far, both pitchers have thrown up just zeros up there on the board as this is slapped hard but foul.
Look around the ballpark. There's QR codes.
And the count 1-2.
To get food from the Fan Food app.
And I believe, is today National Donut Day? Somebody told me it was. I haven't seen any today, but I was thinking about bringing some to the ballpark because this is laced down the line and left. That's going to go for extra bases. Fung rounds first. He's going to dig for second as this actually ricochets off the corner. Fung's going to stop right there. It's a leadoff double for Matty Fung, showing off the wheels and his opposite field power right there, and gets himself aboard in the bottom of the third with nobody out. So here comes Matthew Schwartz, and yes, today is National Donut Day. And Miles Davis so far hanging a bunch of them on the scoreboard for the Black Bears as they try to build a picket fence or put some crooked numbers up there here in the bottom of the third. So here's Matthew Schwartz, 0 for 1 with a pop-up out. Over to Chris Conniff at second base his first time. The runner on second, Fung with some speed. Breaking ball misses downstairs, and the count 1-0. Now, we mentioned the Black Bears offense. This is a lineup that can erupt at any time. And, of course, they'd like to get it done sooner rather than later here against the Sweets, especially sooner than they got it done against the Raptors as this one hops the plate, and Wetterow can't quite block it, so Fung will get over to third off the wild pitch. And the count now 1-1. As they're going to say Schwartz went around. Woo! Be a little tough to say. So now runner on third with nobody out. A bunt can bring a runner in as well as a fly ball to the outfield. Next pitch, high chopper over to third. That won't get the run in as Foles will pick it up, fire it a little low to first, but Grimm is there to make the grab for out number one. And that was really the only type of ground ball that really wouldn't have brought Fung in. When it's hit right at the third baseman, you definitely do not go. Even if it was to the left of Butler, they would have been able to get him in, but Fung so far stranded there as Sean Mulcair steps up. Mulcair 1 for 1 with a scorching grounder up the middle, his first time up to the plate. So now both teams with 3 hits, identical line scores. No runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left aboard for both the Black Bears and the Sweets. As the first pitch, Mulcair swings over it. Pitch was downstairs in the count 0-1. And I want to send some love out to everyone that's making this possible. Of course, our general manager, Gus Farah, for putting the teams together. Tony Bonacci, our owner, he's been running around doing a lot. And Carrie Guiteau, who's really our do-it-all team administrator. She's been running around, making sure everybody's doing their job, making sure things are printed out, that guys have their jerseys. And the count now 0-2. Whoa, that's a strong gust of wind, so we're going to turn down that crowd mic just a little bit. So that foul ball went away, count 0-2.
Remember to call 811 before you dig.
But yeah, just showing some love to everybody here with the Black Bears. Of course, my video producer, Justin Ford, over on my left, and back in the studio, Jacob Ackerman, running the board for us on KEDO as that's high and outside, 1-2. Of course, my name is Zach Smolin. I'll be taking you through every single home and away Black Bears game this season. And I'm so happy to be out here out west to bring the baseball to you. It surely is an honor, especially after the tough year that we had last year, as this one is lifted high to right field. Ryberg going into foul territory, drifting over, and runs out of room as that ends up landing in the bullpen, or near the bullpen, for the Walla Walla Sweets. So we know Mulcair's got some power to the pole side, and he did hit one out in Wednesday's game. And that looked like it had a chance there to challenge that 326 sign. Now, you might be seeing, if you're watching on YouTube, there are some fences that are up a little higher. That creates a bit of an optical illusion. There is a yellow line down there, so you don't have to hit it that high to get it out over in left field. The only time that you really have to hit the ball super high is to dead center. And I've been told only one ball's ever been hit out over that barn. 1-2. Little outside on the fastball. Count even at 2-2 as Dally just threw his 47th pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Fung waiting on third base. He got there by way of a double and a wild pitch. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Changes speeds and fools Mulcair there as he is down swinging for out number 2. So now it's going to be up to Jacob Burley to drive in the go-ahead run here. Burley 0 for 1 with a fly out over to right field. Hit the ball hard, but Ryberg did a good job to track it down. So now Dally sets near the belt, looking to strand Fung over at third base. The Black Bears trying to get him in. First pitch, there's a strike. Right on the outer part of the plate in the count 0-1. And you know the Black Bears really want to take advantage here of that runner over on third base, especially since this seems like it's going to be a pitcher's duel out here, so every run going to matter. Another long set, 0-1. Leaves that one upstairs. That was above the belt. Good take that time by Burley, and the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So we talked about Burley from Brown University. I believe I saw a family member of his here today. I saw somebody with a brown cap. And not just in color, but also the B with the ivy over it. So assuming that they're here to see him. Love to see that kind of familial and friend support as Burley takes an off-speed pitch down the middle of the plate for a strike count 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fung waiting on third base, Burley at the plate. Dally trying to get out of this inning unscathed. And he shakes off 1. And now sets again. Kicks, delivers the 1-2 as this one is squibbed up the middle, picked up by Butler on the run. Fields fires to first and just catches the speedy Burley for the final out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left aboard. We are through with 3 innings here at Lower Columbia College at David Story Field. Scoreless tie headed into the bottom of the fourth, or top of the fourth rather, with the Sweets coming to bat. You're tuned in to Khaled's Black Bears baseball on KEDO and the Black Bears television network. We'll be back in a minute.
Jaden, what's going on out there?
All right, guys, so this inning we're going to have Parker and Corby, and they're going to be racing ducks over to me, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, Corby, where are you going?
It's kind of a false start there, but I don't think it mattered.
Yeah, I think Parker
honest.
won. All right, guys, thank you.
Very good. Corby, you got some work to do, bud. Come on, man.
All right, welcome back here. Top of the fourth inning. Lopez, Wetterow, and Grimm due up for the Sweets in the scoreless tie as Miles Davis is back out there for inning number 4. He's thrown 54 pitches, so he's averaged exactly 17 per. It's a pretty tidy amount right there, and we'll see what he can do facing off against the heart of the Sweets order yet again. And I believe they're all lefties. And Lopez 1 for 1 with a line drive base hit over to left field this first time up.
Back on the plate.
And again, loving seeing all the fans out here. We have plenty right around the netting behind home plate. I like how they're able to fit extra seats in there, but also some social distancing cones out there in the stands as well, making sure that everybody is safe and healthy out here at David Story Field. Just a quick reminder, you're listening to 99.1 FM, 1400 AM, KEDO Longview. First pitch, slider, is downstairs for a ball, count 1-0. So Davis has looked clean here so far today. Only allowed the 3 hits, nothing more, nothing less. 1-0. Hit in the air, over on the left side. Ranging over is Bozit, challenging the fence, and he's going to run out of room. Actually, wow, that almost hit Corby. As he was ducking and covering over there, I actually think he was leaned out over trying to protect a fan. So good work by Corby. He was prepared to take one for the team, count 1-1. Hey, I was talking to Brian Burris before the game about Davis, said he has good stuff, good control, a lot of confidence in that slider, and we've seen the effectiveness of that pitch today as this is chopped high and foul over on the right side, right in front of the screen, and the count 1-2. Again, the first game of a 3-game set against the Sweets. They'll be back at it tomorrow night, Saturday Night Baseball, at 6:35 p.m. before a getaway game at 1:05 on Sunday, as this is low, blocked by Burley. And the count 2-2. And then we have off Monday and go on the road. First road trip for the Black Bears as they head on over to Bend. We'll have all the action on that series for you on KEDO. Now, all the home games will be on YouTube on the Black Bears TV network, and then all the road games will be exclusively on KEDO as this goes off the end of the bat, or rather, off the handle of the bat.
To get your food, you get your food quicker.
And into the netting behind home plate. Count even at 2-2.
Fan food. QR codes all around the ballpark.
Oh, yeah, something cool that they're introducing this year, this app called Fan Food. So if you come to the ballpark, make sure you have it. You can order and get the food delivered to your seat as he gets a swing and a miss, strike 3. So his first swinging strikeout today for Miles Davis puts him down for out number 1. But yeah, Fan Food, they're able to order from their seats, and I believe that they bring it to them or they just call you when it's ready. Either way, super convenient. You don't have to wait online, and it's, you know, all into that contactless stuff that we're into in this COVID/post-COVID age. So here's Colin Wetterow, 1 for 1 with a hard grounder up the middle for a base hit as Davis misses low with a fastball, 1-0. Again, starting to cool down this evening. It started off real hot today. Actually going to be really cool this weekend here. I believe a high of 66 tomorrow. Here's the 1-0. High chopper to Fung. Gonna have to play it off a tricky hop. Picks it up, fires quickly to first. He got him. Matty Fung showing off some quick hands over there.
Pull your phone out,
And puts him down for out number
Bears
2.
on Facebook, hashtag it Bears of Summer.
And now we'll check out William Grimm here. 0 for 1, reach on a fielder's choice, was nearly a double play.
William Grimm on the plate now.
Also, if you want to follow all things Black Bears, follow us on Twitter at Cowlitz B Bears. And make sure to use that hashtag Bears of Summer. First pitch is a changeup outside for a ball count 1-0. If you want to follow me for extra Black Bears content, I'll be posting some videos and some interviews, maybe some BP, stuff like that. Today I had a beautiful shot of the field out there pre-game. As this is lined right up the middle. Davis takes one off the thigh, I think. Fires to first. Oh, stretched by Weber, but he stays on the bag and makes the play for the final out of the inning. So another 1-2-3 for Davis. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are all done with 3.5 headed into the bottom of the 4th with the Black Bears coming to bat in a scoreless tie. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and the Black Bears TV network. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
Don't let your drink get empty. You can use that.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 4th inning, Jace Bailey, Johnny Radomski, and Wilson Weber to the plate against Jake Daly. Pitchers duel all the way through here. You know what? I think Brandon, the Sweets broadcaster, just said the exact same thing I did. But that's what it's been. All zeros up there on the board except 3 hits for the 2 sides. But even a leadoff double the last inning couldn't help Cowlitz bring one around. That's just how good Daly has been. And on the other side, Davis is really starting to kick into a groove here as he now has 3 strikeouts. So the first pitch to Bailey inside, and he fouls it hard the other way. Count 0-1. Bailey flied out over to the third baseman his first time up. It was a sinking line drive as he swings and misses over the next one. Change up low, count 0-2. Bailey with some serious pop. Also a spectacular right fielder. Very Aaron Judge, Mookie Betts type of vibes from him. Next pitch 0-2, and he lays that one high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, sun coming in and out here at David Story Field. The lights are on for when it decides to start getting dark here, but we still have plenty of time before that. Game only an hour and 1 minute old. We're already in the bottom of the 4th. So 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Daly able to get him down swinging for out number 1. And for Daly, that is strikeout number 3. So he's going back and forth with Miles Davis for that strikeout total. So here's Johnny Radomski. 0 for 0. He was hit by a pitch, made it all the way to third base, but did not come in to score, as you can see up there on the scoreboard. First pitch is low, count 1-0. Or, well, maybe you can't see it on the scoreboard if you're on radio, but don't worry. I like to give the Indians score quite a bit. Bottom 4, 1 away. A 1-0 count coming up to the number 6 hitter as this is hit hard over to the third baseman. Foles picks it up, fires low, but able to pick it right there is William Grimm, who's looked sharp over there at first base. Put him down for out number 2, and that bat might be broken. So Bat Boy comes in and, no, actually looks like it's okay. So here comes Wilson Weber with a heavy metal version of the good, the bad, and the ugly theme. Man, that's a cool sound. First pitch to Weber is skied. Foul behind home plate, out of play, count 0-1. Weber, 1 for 1 with the base hit. Nice little line shot between the shortstop and the third baseman. Now the sun perhaps coming in his eyes a little bit as that breaking ball zips in and clips that outside corner. Weber falls behind 0-2. Now those shadows might become a problem for the batters and the catcher, especially the lefties on the sweets, as that sun is blazing right into their face in the first base dugout. 0-2. Strike three. Daly got him looking right on the outside corner. A 1-2-3 inning for Daly. Wraps things up in the bottom of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Scoreless tie headed into the top of the fifth inning with the Walla Walla Sweets coming back to bat. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball right here on KEDO and the Black Bears TV network. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
Hit the big bear.
Go! Woo!
Oh, look at that.
Awesome, guys!
Couple champions in our midst.
All right, welcome back here. And
Make some noise
a
for
really
them. That was
cool
amazing.
game that they just played. They were launching these. They were pool noodles, but they also had characteristics of kind of like a rocket that you would step on, like, you know, an air pump and shoot out. And it was called the noodle javelin. I'd like to try to throw one of those. I mean, I was never a good javelin thrower. So here we go with the Walla Walla Sweets to the plate. Top of the fifth inning, it's going to be 7-8-9, Lappiner, Delosier, and Cameron Butler in this scoreless tie. Miles Davis back out there on the mound. Davis only needed 10 pitches to get through the last inning, as this one is bounded foul over on the right side, and the count 0-1. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. It has been fairly windy out here today. And it's certainly cooling everybody down out there on the field. I haven't really seen anybody in long sleeves, though. Yeah, they're ball players. They're pretty tough. And now it's down to 66 degrees as the 0-1 is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice pick that time by Jacob Burley. So tomorrow, high of 63. Should be nice out. Good baseball playing weather. And then a little cooler on Sunday for the final game.
Those green uniforms.
This is down and outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
FiberCU.com.
The Sweets with just 3 hits. They've left 3 men aboard. The Black Bears also with 3 hits, but have left 4 aboard because Radomski got hit by a pitch. So that was the other base runner that they got. Davis is 2-1. That slider again punches it right on the outside corner, 2-2. You gotta love that pitch from Miles Davis. I'm gonna continue raving about it as long as he keeps throwing it. Davis sets, looking for strikeout number 4. Can he get it here? 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball, but that's going to coast out of play. And we'll keep it at 2-2. Yeah, you got to like what you've been seeing from Davis today in terms of command. Early on, he was really hovering around that 50-50 mark. Got into a lot of 3-ball counts in the first 2-3 innings, and now has really settled down and is not afraid to attack this Sweets lineup. And that's good. You want to give guys different looks each time you face them. So now the 2-2. Slider downstairs, below the knees. Would have clipped the outside corner if it was a little higher. That was pitch number 70 for him, and that fills the count up 3-2. And again, with full counts, Davis has been perfect. All strikes for him so far. It's happened 6 times. This will be the 7th. As this slider, he got him. Strike 3. Catches him looking right on the outside edge. How about Miles Davis and those secondary pitches? That's strikeout number 4.
Now for the Walla Walla Sweets, Caden Delosier is their designated hitter.
Caden Delosier, 0-for-0 with a base on ball, stepping to the plate.
Out there.
As Davis sets, kicks, delivers, and this one is slammed foul over on the left side. Hits that protective netting, and the count 0-1. Now, a few years ago was really when that protective netting revolution started coming out. As in the Major League Baseball, minor league baseball fans, you know, they noticed they were getting hit pretty hard. I'm a big fan of the netting being extended wherever fans are sitting, because as fun as souvenirs are, it's not fun to get hit with a baseball that's coming at you at 100 miles an hour. So glad that the netting is out here. It's pretty taut, so working well and doing its job here at David Story Field to keep all the fans safe. So that next pitch was a strike, and the count will be 0-2 to Delosier. Davis delivers, then a beautiful pitch there, but just missed low with that changeup. Trying to get him to chase, but Delosier spits on that changeup. I'm surprised because that was a great pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Scoreless tie here in the top of the 5th inning. And the 1-2. Takes a little bit off that one, but misses high, and the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No action, or actually there is some action in the Sweets bullpen, but nothing doing in the Black Bears end. Setting up down and outside. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a foul ball over on the left. It's going to go out of play. A lot of souvenirs for fans, and we saw a couple of young kids hustling around with their gloves. You know, that was me not too long ago. They're racing over. If they're in that parking lot over on the left side, they're going to find plenty of treasure out there, that's for sure. And another 2-2. Skips in front of the plate. Nice block that time by Burley, and another full count coming up to Delosier. And Delosier did walk his first time up. Davis looking to put him away here. And the payoff pitch. Ooh, I missed a little downstairs, I guess. And that's ball 4. A little bit of a tough call, but you know what? I will say Chad Little, the home plate umpire, has been consistent with those low pitches today. So Delosier works himself a walk for the second time, and here comes Cameron Butler. Butler is 0 for 1. He flied out to right field as Jace Bailey was on his high horse. He raced in to make the grab, but collided with Matty Fung. Both of them came up okay. And you could tell Fung was especially all right because the next time he came up to the plate, he scorched a no-out double. Now the first pitch, he went around to swing, but that one bounced in front of the plate. And the rare strike plus wild pitch as Delosier gets over there to second base. So now a runner in scoring position for the Walla Walla Sweets. And they've been in this situation twice. They're 0 for 2 so far today, with runners on second, third, or both. So Davis in a small bind here with the runner on second and 1 out. The 0-1. Beautiful slider on the inside corner for a strike, and he leaps ahead 0-2. Now the wind blowing almost directly in from left center field. Going to slow down some of those fly balls, make it a little easier for Radomski, Sandstrom, and Bailey from left to right in the outfield. Davis sets, checks back, looks again. Now the 0-2. Another slider and down and outside. 1-2. He's just not getting those chases. Most of the strikeouts he's gotten today have been looking. 3 of the 4 have been without a swing. Now he shakes off a couple of pitches. Takes a long look, now he's ready. Davis sets, here's a 1-2. Swing and a missed strike 3. They elevate that time. I believe that was a changeup and gets Butler down on strike. Strikeout number 5 for Davis. Now there's 2 away for Seth Ryberg, who's 0 for 2. He's hit the ball twice to the third baseman, grounded out and lined out on a tremendous diving catch by Brock Bozett. Top 5, 2 away, scoreless tie. Black Bears looking to add another 0 up on the board next to that guest line. And Davis checks on the runner at second, nothing doing. Trying a little daylight play back there with Matthew Schwartz. As Fung is over there at second base, he's too far away to try and hold him on. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for both teams. The Black Bears have left 4 aboard, and the Sweets have left 3 aboard. As Davis pounds a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. And all those 3 hits came the first time through the order, as Delosier, the only man to reach base the second time through. Now Davis with a long look, checks the runner at second base, does a double take. Big kick, delivers. Good secondary lead that time by Delosier. Decides not to go, and He would have had to retreat anyways. That one's foul back. It's one of the poles back here. Makes a nice clanging sound, and the count 0-2.
NW.com.
So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Davis looking for another K here to add to his very impressive line so far today. And Davis is 0-2. Misses high and outside with that fastball. That was pitch number 85 in the count 1-2. So if Davis can get out of this inning, probably under 90, we can expect him to get over into the 6th, maybe do some damage over into the 7th inning. A lot of off days early on, though, so the Black Bears can rest that bullpen as the slider misses low. Great block that time by Jacob Burley, and that kept Delosier from getting over to third base. Yeah, Burley just a do-it-all guy. Great at the plate, a good base runner, and also a stellar defensive catcher. He's got an arm and can get down to block almost anything. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Davis sets. Another look. 2-2. Swung on and drilled in the air, foul. That'll land out of play over on the left side. And actually probably made some contact with some of that wafting smoke coming out over from that concession stand.
Country on 101.5 The Wave, the stations I work for. Hey.
Ball boy coming back in to bring some baseballs back out there to the home plate umpire, Chad Little. I actually met the 2 umpires today. They seem like really nice guys. They're just hanging out. They got here fairly early. We were chatting up, and they both said, Chad, especially Chad Little, said to me, "Hey, go easy on me on the broadcast." I think I'm very fair to umpires whenever we're on here. If they make some great calls, I give it to them. If they make some not so great calls, I'll bring that up as well. But so far, Little's been very good back there. So here's the 2-2, and that's off the handle of the bat and lined back into the backstop.
Hamer
Count will remain 2-2.
Value-added electrical contracting. Hamer Electric.
As we're now seeing some action over here in the Black Bears bullpen. And that's number 11, Matt Petty. So we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base represents the go-ahead for the Sweets. And Davis deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gets him to swing at that low changeup and sends Ryberg down for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base by way of a walk. We are halfway through now, headed into the bottom of the 5th with the Black Bears coming to bat in the scoreless tie, looking to bust things open. You're listening, or rather, you're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KETO and the Black Bears TV network. We'll be back in a minute.
Giveaway is happening right now, so Corby, where you at, brother? Where you at, man?
All right, welcome back to David Story Field. Mason Kokodensky going to take the mound for the Walla Walla Sweets, so that'll be it for Daly, who, honestly, I'm surprised they're taking him out. He only threw 61 pitches. So Jake Daly threw 4 innings, did not allow a run, only surrendered the 3 hits, no walks, 1 hit batter, and 4 strikeouts for him through 61 pitches, 43 strikes. That's 70.5%, so Daly did really well. Now let's see if the Black Bears can do some damage now up against the new guy. So Kokodensky, a right-handed pitcher. 6'4", 210 pounds from Loyola Marymount University, hails from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Blackbears.com. Click on tickets link there on the website.
And it's going to be Kyle Sandstrom, Brock Bozit, and Matty Fung all to the plate. Lefty, righty, lefty against this right-handed pitcher.
come see me here at the press box.
So I'm trying to pull up some numbers here on Kokodinsky,
Please
but
welcome Kyle Sandstrom.
the internet here does not want to cooperate, which is fine. It's been working for our broadcast. It's been working for the Twitter. And that's all we really needed to work for. So Sandstrom 0 for 1 with a sharp ground out to Chris Conniff, the second baseman. And again, we mentioned some action in the bullpen for the Black Bears, and that was Max Petty. And the first pitch from Kokodinsky, straight over the top delivery, and it's punched over to second base. Fields it on the ground, fires to first, and he came off the bag for a second, but not before making the catch, and he sends him down for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And Kokodinsky, yeah, he fires it straight down over the top delivery, and actually hides the ball pretty well before he delivers it. So here's Brock Bozit. He struck out looking, but that was against Daly, so let's see what he can do here against the new arm. And Kokodinsky delivers, misses low as Bozit squared around a bunt, nothing doing there, and the count 1-0. And not a bad idea for him. The middle, or rather the corner infielders are forced to play pretty far back with this fast-playing all-turf infield. 1-0. And that's downstairs 2-0. Again, we'd like you to follow us on Twitter at Cowlitz B-Bears. And for a lot of fun content, we give lineups before the game and all sorts of other stuff. We'll have some videos, some interviews. We had a video of batting practice today as another pitch from Kokodinsky misses low, count 3-0. And we encourage you also on Twitter to use that hashtag Bears of Summer to keep the great word of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball going all over the internet and all across the country as this misses downstairs, ball 4. So an out and a walk so far for Kokodinsky as Matty Fung will step up. Fung 1 for 2 with a scorching double down the left field line. He did not come in to score. If he can duplicate his efforts, though, and get another one down over there, he'll put the first run on the board for either team. And Kokodinsky's first pitch misses upstairs near the letters in the count 1-0. Now let's keep a look at Kokodinsky. I think he's a little slow to the plate on the leg kick. So Bozit may get an opportunity to try and swipe second base. Now sets near the belt. Kicks high and delivers. Yeah, he is a little slow to the plate. All right, so let's see if the Black Bears try to take advantage as the fastball to Fung misses inside and the count 2-0. Now we saw Matthew Schwartz lead off for the Black Bears in the last game. Now we're seeing Fung there here today, and so far he's taken well to that spot. He's worked a couple of pretty decently length at-bats and also got an extra base hit out of it. 2-0. Misses low, and that's 7 straight pitches off the plate now for Kokodinsky. Another base runner here would be excellent for the Black Bears as they'll be sending up 2-3-4 coming up after Fung and Schwartz, Mulcair, and Burley can all hit that ball a long way. Runner on first, 3-0 pitch is his fastball strike on the outside corner, so Kokodinsky able to at least somewhat salvage this at bat as he digs back into the rubber. Takes a couple practice hacks here. And the 3-1. Popped up and behind home plate, so Kokodinsky able to come all the way back in this count and fill up the count 3-2.
I'm sorry, you called for a best.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Black Bears looking to get something done here. And the next one to Fung, payoff pitch. That's below the knees, ball 4. So good work out there. As we're making some eye contact with Corby right here. He's hanging out in front of the press box here, having a little fun with a young fan. And you always like to see the little guys interacting with the mascot here. It's really fun for them. As the Black Bears looking to have some fun at the plate and hopefully pick up their 4th hit here is Matthew Schwartz. 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. Needs to get the ball in the outfield. Bozit on second, Fung over at first base, so some decent speed for Cowlitz. As the first offering to him is hit in the air to straightaway center field. Lappiner, though, is there. Barely had to move and makes the grab for out number 2. So some nice contact that time on the line drive right at the center fielder, but nothing doing as Sean Mulcair will step to the plate, and it'll be up to him to bring a run in. Mulcair 1 for 2 with a base hit up the middle and a strikeout swinging. And Schwartz getting some high fives. Yeah, he made good contact. It just happened to be right at the center fielder. Now Kokodinsky sets against the left-handed hitting Mulcair. First pitch to him, a breaking ball, drops right in at the belt on the outside corner for a strike. And the count now 0-1. So Kokodinsky now at 13 pitches, just 5 for strikes, but he threw 7 in a row off the plate, so he's been pretty good since then. 3 of his last 4 have been strikes. And the 0-1. Another breaking ball lifted high and deep to right. This is carrying back towards the line, but Ryberg is there, and he makes the grab about 320 feet out there for the final out of the inning. So the Black Bears threaten, but cannot put anybody across the plate. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left aboard. We are all done with 5 innings. Scoreless tie headed into the top of the 6th with the Sweets coming to bat. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball right here on KEDO and the Black Bears TV Network. We'll be back at you in just 1 minute.
Jaden's back.
Welcome back here. Top of the 6th inning, still scoreless here. And it looks like Miles Davis is back out there for a 6th. Hey, why not? Let's give you his line so far through 5. He has been spectacular in his Black Bears debut this season. He's allowed no runs, just 3 hits, a couple of walks, and 6 strikeouts. 3 looking, 3 swinging. He's thrown 89 pitches, 49 strikes. That's 55.1%. And we'll give you his game score if you're into that. He's at 65, so that's very good. He's thrown 47.4% of his first pitches for strikes as well. So let's do it here. It's going to be Chris Conniff, Justin Foles, and Cesar Lopez. It'll be the 3rd time that the 3 of them have seen him today. Let's see how they've done against him in today's contest. And so far, between the 3 of them, they are 2 for 6. And Colin Wetterow is the other one with the hit, and he'll be up after Lopez should he be able to get aboard. A guy's got to reach first. So all lefties due up for the Sweets against the right-handed pitching Davis. First pitch from Miles is a slow roller, going to be a tough play. Bozit picks it up, actually in front of the shortstop, fires first. He got him. Nice throw by Brock Bozit to cut off the shortstop and be able to make that play on the slow roller and send him down for out number 1. So that's what Davis needed right there for his pitch count.
Up now is Justin Foles.
As Justin Foles going to make his way up to the plate. 0 for 2 with a fly out to left field and a strikeout looking. And still warming in the bullpen is Petty. Whether he comes in this inning or the next is all going to be up to Davis's effectiveness, but doesn't look like he's losing anything as that slider right there on the black outside 0-1. Great strike pitch for him that he can get over the plate in any count, and it's been dangerous against these lefties as he gets a swing and a miss on a fastball. And actually Davis winced after that one, didn't quite like where that pitch ended up, but got the swing and miss, so the count now 0-2. So bases clear here with 1 out in the top of the 6th. Black Bears nothing, Sweets nothing. Pitchers duel out here, and Davis has been in full control on the mound. Here's the 0-2. And tries to get him on the high and outside fastball, but misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Make sure you tune in tomorrow on KEDO and the Black Bears TV network over on YouTube, the Black Bears YouTube page, to watch Kelly Austin get the start against these Walla Walla Sweets. Ranging over up the middle, right here is Fung off the swing. Makes the throw and sends him down. Nice play by Maddie Fung, who's looked excellent over there at second base today.
Cesar Lopez
and the defense for the Black Bears continues to impress and help out Miles Davis as Cesar Lopez will step up. Lopez 1 for 2, line drive base hit over to left field. He's also struck out swinging. And the first pitch to him is a strike right there at the knees, count 0-1. Miles Davis at 13 pitches over 500 when it comes to his balls and strikes. That's the highest he's been all game. He's gotten better and better as this game has gone on. As this is chopped over to first, going to be a tough play. Weber picks it up on a second hop, feeds it over to Davis at first, and puts him away for the final out of the inning. Another 1-2-3 for Davis. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. 5.5 in the books here at David Story Field in a scoreless tie with the Black Bears coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on 99.1 FM and 1400 AM KEDO Longview and the Black Bears TV network. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
Go-to newspaper in Cowlitz County. Find them at tvn.com. Get the latest.
Absolutely cruising along here in Longview, Washington at David Story Field, although I've been told by Justin Ford, our TV producer, not to say anything, that I might jinx it, but I said, hey, if I jinx it here, that means the Black Bears will score some runs. So it's a scoreless tie here in the bottom of the 6th. It's Jacob Burley, Jace Bailey, and Johnny Radomski, Triple J's, all due up against Mason Kokodinsky, who walked a pair but did not allow anybody to score in his 1 inning of relief. As this is hit high in the air over to right field. Ranging towards the line is Ryberg, and he'll make the catch to send him down for out number 1.
Coming up now, Jace Bailey.
The Black Bears have made Ryberg quite busy here today. He's caught a lot of fly balls. That's exactly how many fly. He's made 3 catches. It seems like a lot more. So here comes Jace Bailey, 0 for 2, still looking for his first hit of the day. He flied out to the third baseman on the sinking liner and struck out swinging on a high fastball. First pitch to him is a fastball, this time low and on the outside, count 0-1. We're an hour and 31 minutes into this game. All zeros on the scoreboard, both teams with just 3 hits apiece. As look out, that's inside, and plunks Bailey right on the right leg. So he's aboard with 1 out, and maybe this time the Black Bears can push him over and cross the plate. So here's Johnny Radomski, 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch. And also grounded out over to the third baseman. You know what? I got to throw some props out there. Now, he's not going to be able to hear me. But our public address man, Josh Carter, was telling me before the game about how Samsungs are all superior as that pitch is strike on the inside quarter of Radomski, count 0-1. So I'm an Apple guy. And one of the ways that we're getting the signal over to you on the radio end is through a Samsung phone. That helps us get the connection and get it over. And I was worried. I'm like, well, we're at 92%. I don't have the right charger here. What should we do? He's like, nah, Zach, don't worry about it. You have a Samsung. You'll be fine all day. And he's absolutely right. So we started the game at 92%. We're now at 78 an hour and a half later. So that's pretty good as the breaking ball misses up and in the count 1-1. Although I will have to go and make sure I get the right charger. Well, just a quick hop, skip, and a jump over to the station before the game tomorrow. 1-1, runner on first with 1 away. Breaking ball, it's slammed into center. Going back on it is Lappiner, and drifts back, and that might be a product of the wind here that's been blowing in all game long.
Coming
So
now, Wilson Weber.
hard hit ball, and now there's 2 away. As Wilson Weber comes back up again with that good, the bad, and the ugly heavy metal over the loudspeakers here in Longview. Weber is 1 for 2. He's singled and struck out. Comes up with a runner on first base and 2 away in a scoreless tie. Kokodinsky sets from the extreme third base side of the rubber and nails a strike right down Main Street, count 0-1. Kyle Sandstrom waits on deck, would love to get in here. We have not seen any team try any funny business on the base paths. No stolen bases, only advancements on wild pitches. 0-1 curveball, way inside. Weber's got to actually skirt his way out of the way. And the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Another long set for Kokodinsky. Over the top delivery and misses high above the belt with that fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Kokodinsky's starting to find his control a little bit more. He has thrown 23 pitches and only 11 have gone over the plate, but lately more have been catching the plate than not. Now the Black Bears, will be up to them to tattoo a couple of those. 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Late strike call that time by Chad Little. And we'll leave it up at 2-2. Deuces Wild in the bottom of the 6th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bailey over at first base. He's got a nice lead over there, about 10 feet off the bag. It's the righty Kokodinsky against the right-handed hitting Weber as he calls time to step out. Now he's back and good to go. Big hole over on the left side if he needs it, between the shortstop and the third baseman. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Wetterau, and he is down on strikes for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left the board off a hit batsman, and we are headed to the top of the 7th, still scoreless, with the Walla Walla Sweets coming to bat. You're tuned in to Cowlicks Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and the Black Bears television network. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Stick with us.
Jaden, and she's got some hula hoops. What's going on?
Here, and Miles Davis's day is done, and what a line from him today. He was absolutely spectacular. He'll make way for Max Petty.
Donations to support lower and
we will get through and tell you everything that Miles Davis did on a tremendous opening night here at David Story Field. Now, fortunately for him, he won't get the decision, but he was excellent through 6 innings of scoreless baseball, allowed just 3 hits, and really, all those just came through his first time through the order. So after that, he was excellent. He walked 2 and struck out 6. He threw 96 pitches, 55 strikes, 57.3% over the plate for him, a game score of 70 for the righty. So now we'll get Max Petty out there, another guy that just got here today.
No laws. No, not really. There are actually still laws.
Saw when he got his jersey, he tried one on, didn't fit, then he got 11. He's like, all right, this will work for me. Left-hander, and this is what the Black Bears really could use here against a very left-handed heavy Sweets order. So Max Petty from Sacramento State, from Rockland, California. And I'll try to pull up some stats for you in a minute if the internet decides to work. If not, just give you what he's doing. He's throwing hard, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, looks like I might want to load. All right, great. It's going to be Colin Wetterow, William Grimm, and Jackson Lappiner all coming up 5, 6, and 7. So let's see what we got here from Petty. Petty pitched in his freshman season, appeared in 10 games to a 5.73 ERA, 14 strikeouts in 11 innings pitched, and no record for him. And the first offering from him is a fastball strike at the count of 1-1. And we mentioned this Black Bears squad has a stable of hard throwers, and Petty's certainly one of them. 6'3", 198 pounds. 0-1. Downstairs at the shins. Went back to the fastball that time. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. All zeros on the scoreboard except in the hit column, where both teams have a trio of base knocks. And the only extra base hit came off the bat of Matty Fung as this is lifted over into left field. Getting a little bit of a tough read on it is Radomski, but he makes an adjustment and makes the grab for out number 1. The Black Bears defense has been absolutely sensational today out there. Matty Fung's made a lot of nice plays over at second. Jace Bailey has been excellent in right as always. Wilson Weber picking it over at first. And how about Brock Bozett with that one diving catch on a line drive. So now William Grimm to the plate, takes a fastball outside for a ball, and the count 1-0. And another arm warming up in the pen for the Black Bears. That's Jake Dent from Sonoma State University. Another tall guy, 6'4", 235. 1-0 is below the knees as Burley tried to frame it, but did not fool a little. Count 2 balls and no strikes. Nice, crisp, cool, late spring evening here in Longview, Washington. Clouds covering the sun as we're sitting in the mid-60s. Petty misses with the breaking ball, 3-0. Yeah, it is unfortunate that Davis will not get the decision, but Petty's coming in, has been throwing pretty well, but misses here on 4 straight pitches, ball 4. So Grimm will work his way aboard on a walk, and Jackson Lappiner will come up to the plate. It's been a tough day for him in the box, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts looking, so now he's probably happy to see a new arm out there. So Lappiner, a switch hitter, coming in against the left-handed throwing Max Petty. And the first pitch is fouled straight back. And the count 0-1. So that's something that you like to see out of Petty. He threw 4 straight pitches off the plate. What does he do against the next guy? Goes right in there and throws something that catches a lot of plate. And Lappiner able to foul it back. The lefty holds the runner on first. Not a big lead for Grimm, maybe about 6 feet off the bag as this is laced foul. Ooh, ducking is the pinch hitter waiting on deck. And Jack Sheward. We're going to send a righty up to the plate against the lefty coming up next. So now the count 0-2. Ground ball gets the Black Bears out of this inning. Petty delivers, breaking ball, hit in the air, and that's going to go fouling back onto the campus proper here at Lower Columbia College. This is a nice campus. I was walking around it the other day waiting for the college Black Bears practice to start, and you know what? If I lived out here, I would have certainly considered it. This is a really beautiful place to go to school. Here's another 0-2. Breaking ball, sky to center field. Sandstrom is there, though, near the track, and puts the glove on it for out number 2. So 2 down here on a couple of fly balls. And here comes the pinch hitter. Number 15, Jack Sheward.
90 years of combined professional experience.
Sheward, 6 foot, 165 pounds from Arlington, Washington. And plays his ball at Lewis and Clark State College.
Jack Sheward played now.
So Sheward with the no batting gloves. So again, gotta love the old school. It's the first pitch way up and in for a ball, 1-0. So now the manager for the Sweets, Larry Price, playing a little baseball chess here, going righty against the lefty. This is Price's first season at the helm with the Sweets. He was an assistant back in 2019, as the next one maybe a little outside and low to Sheward in the count 2-0. And Price coming out here all the way from Boise, Idaho, which I guess is a little closer to Walla Walla, but to get out here at Longview, a bit of a trip for him. Now the 2-0. And I guess that was low as well. 3 balls and no strikes again. It looks like those pitches are coming in at the knees. But again, Little has been consistent there, so I guess I should learn by now. 3 balls, no strikes to Sheward with a runner on first base. Petty sets, fires, and with the fastball, gets the strike. Sheward was already on his way to first and will have to his way back into the count here. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And left-hander deals. Swung on and foul back into the backstop. Actually, Little take me out to the ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Loving the root for the Black Bears. Yep, crowd getting into it. We are so happy to have fans back here at David Story Field and listening right here on KEDO and watching on the Black Bears YouTube channel, Black Bears TV network. Logan Hurd, a new arm coming in. He's an LMU line, 1 of 3 on this Walla Walla Sweets roster. And he'll come up against Kyle Sandstrom, Brock Bozit, and Matty Fung. A couple of lefties coming up this inning, so a smart move there by Larry Price. See if the Black Bears can make something happen here. So again, Logan Hurd out there on the mound, 6'4", 165 pounds.
New pitcher on the mound, Logan
hailing from Lafayette,
Hurd.
California.
Now it's Kyle Sandstrom.
So Sandstrom 0 for 2, a couple of pulled ground balls right to Chris Conniff. I'm trying to see if Jack Sheward is out there on the field anywhere. I don't see him thus far. I guess he pinch hit for the DH, so I guess that's where he is. It's high and outside for a ball count, 1-0. Both teams with just 3 hits today. A couple of walks and hit batters on either side, but again, just been slow going. The pitching's been excellent. Sandstrom takes a breaking ball. Good curveball strike on the inside, and the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1, and pounds the outside corner for a strike. And the count now 1-2 after missing badly on the first pitch. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow or show up to the ballpark at 6:35 p.m. where the Black Bears will take on the Walla Walla Sweets for Game 2 of this 3-game set. High chopper over to third. Justin Foles is there, fires sidearm to first, and they're going to call him out. Wow, I can't believe that. I thought Sandstrom had beat him by about a step, and Shane McCarroll not too happy with that and has a quick word over there with Justin Poland. But that's not going to make much of a difference, as it's a good play over there by the third baseman, Justin Foles, to gun him down. Here comes Brock Bozit. Bozit 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. So 2 of the 3 true outcomes for him. In more of modern baseball terms, the home run, the walk, and the strikeout. But at this level, we like to see gap-to-gap hits. Pitch missed outside for a ball, 1-0. Here comes the next one. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. And we're evening things up at 1-1. And the Black Bears have not gotten a hit since the top of the 3rd inning, as the next fastball misses high at 2-1. And then over on the other end, the Sweets haven't gotten a hit since the top of the 2nd. So the pitching just unbelievable from that point forward, as a foul ball by Bossett right into the glove of Wetterau evens the count up at 2-2. Bases empty, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Scoreless tie here in the bottom of the 7th. Matty Fung waits on deck. Next pitch to Bossett, breaking ball, he got him, strike 3, and Brock not happy about that one at the belt. Down looking, and that's it for out number 2. Here comes Matty Fung. And Fung 1 for 2 with a double, fly out, and a walk. Been on base twice. Actually has had the most successful game here today against the Sweets pitching staff. First offering to him, squares the bunt, gets it down, but it bounces off of himself. And the count now 0-1. Trying to make something happen with a drag bunt, just really anything. They've gotten some walks and hit batters, but overall the staffs on both sides have just been lights out today. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, the Fung is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike coming up. Lefty-lefty matchup. And Brandon of the Sweets, play-by-play guy for them, learning about the tight confines we have here in the press box, as somebody just had to move out of the way to make way for him to move through. Next pitch, breaking ball, strike, now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is clear. Next pitch to Fung, swing and a miss, strike 3. And he is down on strikes back-to-back for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left to board. Still scoreless through 7, as we're now carrying the ball game over into the top of the 8th inning with the Sweets coming to bat. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and the Black Bears TV network. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Back at it here in the middle of Sweet Caroline here in the top of the 8th inning. The new pitcher is going to be Jake Dent, so that means that the day is done for Petty, and Petty came out, threw his inning, and looked very good. Petty threw an inning of scoreless ball through 17 pitches, 9 strikes. That's 52.9%. Walked to batter, but no hits and no strikeouts. I believe they were all flyouts for him. Double check here. Yes, a pop out and a couple of true flyouts. And he also threw half of his first pitches for strikes. So here we go. Cameron Butler, Seth Ryberg, and Chris Conniff all coming to the plate against Jake Dent. Now, Dent got an inning in back in game number 1 of the season on Wednesday. He allowed 1 earned run and 4 batters, 1 hit and 1 walk. That was it. So he looked good throwing the ball. Dent is a hard-throwing right-hander, 6'4", 235 pounds from Sonoma State University. Resides in Pinole, California when he's not at school or playing for the Black Bears. So Dent's a towering presence against Butler and lays that fastball right across the plate for a strike, count 0-1. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for both teams. The Sweets have left 5 aboard and the Black Bears have left 7. Here's the 0-1. And that pitch is low and outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch, fastball outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And now the 2-1. And a bit of a cut action on that pitch. Clips the outside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sun really setting now here at David Story Field, going behind the trees beyond the left field wall. Cooling down considerably, and honestly, as the temperatures cool, the bats of the Sweets have as well. No hits for them since the 2nd inning, as Dent just misses a little low and fills the count up 3-2. And he deals. Sharp grounder, right to Bozit at third. Fields fires a little high. Weber is there, though. And he's able to put the squeeze on it. A little off balance on his back foot for out number 1. So 1 down here, Seth Rybergs pulled the ball. 0 for 2, ground out and a line out over to third base. So Bozit's been really busy today, and he's also struck out swinging. And amazing that this is a scoreless game. I mean, the Sweets have a lot of D1 guys on their team, and the Black Bears are incredibly talented at the plate. That just tells you how good the pitching has been today, especially from Miles Davis. Davis threw his 6 innings of scoreless baseball, and that's a big reason why the Black Bears are in this position right now. First pitch now to Ryberg is skied foul, and the count 0-1. I believe I said Ryberg pulled the ball every time. That's my mistake. Ryberg is a left-handed batter, and he hit it the other way every time over to third base. Waiting on deck is Chris Conniff, waiting for his 4th chance at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, inside, and missed low. Ryberg, actually, if he would have kept his foot in that spot, would have been going on over to first base. I think that caught a piece of the home plate umpire, Chad Little, but he looks to be okay as Jacob Burley runs the ball out to Dent. So as he moseys his way back to home plate, Ryberg will take some time to get set and get out there out of the box. And Dent kicks, delivers the 1-1, and misses high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Everyone throwing the ball well so far from both benches, the men in green and the men in red, all throwing up zeros on the board, and now it's a battle of the bullpens, and they're picking up right where the starters left off as Dent nails a fastball right there on the outside corner. It evens the count up at 2-2. Top 8, bases clear. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody has scored so far in today's game. And Dent's 2-2 is very low. Actually bounces right off the plate and fills the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Being a good teammate is Chris Conniff, going behind the big LC logo behind home plate to retrieve that baseball. So now we'll have a full count in. You know, a lot of tension building in this game. It's getting late as this one is slammed into left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Radomski will fire it in, and that is the first hit for the Sweets since the top of the 2nd inning. And it comes off the bat of Seth Ryberg as Chris Conniff going to come to the plate.
Chris Conniff.
And all 4 hits for the Sweets have been in the first 5 guys in their order. Ryberg, Conniff, Lopez, and Wetterau. All with singles today. And the other 2 times Chris Conniff was at the plate, he grounded out over towards third base and the shortstop. So now Dent sets, he's got a runner on first base. First pitch is swung on, and this is lined into center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Going to third is Ryberg, picking it up and firing it in is Sandstrom. So a productive at-bat for Chris Conniff. Sends the ball into left center field and moves the runner over to third base. And now the Black Bears in a little bit of trouble here with a runner on third and first base and the 3-hitter Justin Foltz to the plate.
Batting now for the Walla Walla Sweets, Justin Foltz.
Foltz 0 for 3, and Dent trying to keep it that way, make him 0 for 4. Foltz is the 3-hitter, so very dangerous at the plate. Runners on the corners. A base hit breaks the tie. First pitch from Dent is hit on a line, and it'll drop in front of Bailey for a base hit. He's going to fire it in. Ryberg will score, and actually now they have Conniff caught between second and third. Here's one throw, and Boss is able to put the tag on him, so they do get it out on the play, but it's an RBI single for Justin Foltz, and that finally puts a run on the board. The Sweets take the lead 1-0.
Up to bat now is Cesar Lopez.
So he's out on the 9-4-5 as Cesar Lopez comes up to the plate. Lopez 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and a ground out. Dent delivers the first pitch, a curveball right at the knees on the inside, and the count 0-1. So the Sweets draw first blood
Your pitcher, Jake Dent,
with a trio of hits this inning. And they throw over to first, and they got him. Oh, that was really close. As John Poland calls him safe, but what a move by the right-hander Dent. So Dent is ahead in the count. He's thrown 15 pitches now, 9 for strikes. And the runner goes, the 0-1. This is line up the middle. Coming in is Sandstrom, and he makes the running catch to steal a base hit away from Cesar Lopez for the final out of the inning. But the Sweets score 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and leave 1 man aboard. It's the bottom of the 8th. The Black Bears with 6 more outs left to score as they come to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning. You're listening to Black Bears Baseball and watching Black Bears Baseball on KEBO and the Black Bears TV network. We'll be back
All right,
in just one.
So here's the deal. I'm going to ask you a trivia question.
Welcome back here to David Story Field. It's trivia time here, bottom of the 8th, and I'm happy to say that I got all the answers right that were asked. They asked what year Shane Bieber was in, played for the Black Bears. That was 2014. They asked how many teams this year. In the West Coast League, there were 10, and now they asked how many Black Bears have been drafted into Major League Baseball, and it's over 60. Although for the last one, I kind of cheated because I saw the answer before the game in the office, but I would have guessed over 60 as well. This is a talented team with a long, nice history here in Longview, Washington. So here we go in the bottom of the 8th, and now it's really time for the Black Bears to kick their offense into high gear. They trail 1-0 with Logan Hurd up on the mound and Matthew Schwartz at the plate. 2-3-4 up for Cowlitz as Schwartz swings right through that one, count 0-1. Now the Black Bears know a thing or two about trailing. They were trailing 8-3 against the Ridgefield Raptors on Wednesday and came back with a 7-run 8th inning. Let's see if they can get that done here, but Schwartz swings right through that change there from Hurd in the count 0-2. Again, Schwartz, Mulcair, Burley due up for the plate for the Black Bears, so the heart of that order. As Hurd gets a little greedy, spikes one in the dirt, and works the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Walla Walla has Eric Romo warming up in the pen, 6 foot, 200 pounds from Cal Poly Panoma. A lot of guys from there on Walla Walla. As Schwartz takes one down and outside, 2-2. It really time for the Black Bears to generate some traffic on the base paths and put some pressure on this Walla Walla team as this is hit foul. And actually on top of the press box, going to roll back down, and a lucky fan will pick it back up. So we'll keep the count now at 2-2. Black Bears, no hits since the 3rd inning. Looking to change that here. The 2-2 breaking ball, swing and a miss by Schwartz. And he is down on strikes for out number 1. To the Black Bears' credit, they have been working counts really well and putting solid contact on, but balls have been going either foul or right at the outfielders. And now Sean Mulcair comes up 1 for 3, a base hit, a fly out, and a strikeout for him. And Mulcair's one of them that hit the ball really hard, but right at an outfielder. He hit one to Seth Ryberg his 2nd time up. First pitch, squares around a bunt, but pops it up and into the netting, count 0-1. Mulcair trying to make something happen. Jacob Burley is on deck, so they're not going to result any pinch hitters just yet. And I don't think this is the part of the order that Cowlitz would go to that anyway. And now Hurd delivers. Misses upstairs with the fastball near the hands of Mulcair. And we'll even it out at 1-1. Black Bears looking to make the playoffs for the first time since 2012. And they have a really talented group this year. And out of any of the teams that they've had from that point to now, it looks like this might be the team that can do it. 1-2. Upstairs on the breaking ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is empty. To the left-handing Sean Mulcair. Lefty deals Hurd, and Hurd misses upstairs eye level. Actually almost hit Mulcair and fills the count up 3-2. Now Cowlitz have somebody beginning to stretch and warm up in their pen. Probably have somebody come out for the 9th, especially if they take the lead. And the payoff pitch. Swung on and bounced over to first, but that's going to roll foul. So the count full now, 3-2. See if we can get a number here, and it is Michael Benz from Sonoma State warming up for Cowlitz out there. Beautiful sunset starting to come out here, very crisp and clear, illuminating some of the clouds overhead as the 3-2 takes Wetterow's glove off, and that's down and outside for ball 4. So the Black Bears get a man aboard here, just what they need as Jacob Burley steps up to the plate. Burley 0 for 3 with a couple of flyouts and a ground out. Has made good contact, but again, right at some of these Walla Walla Sweets fielders, and now the tying runs on first and the go-aheads at the plate.
Jacob Burley from Brown University.
And now a meeting at the mound here, and good time to go over what's been going on in this game. So the big story has been the pitching. Miles Davis
you can play
threw
long.
6 innings of scoreless baseball and had 6 strikeouts in there, only surrendered 3 hits. And then for the Walla Walla Sweets, they got a nice start out of Jake Daly.
All right, here he goes.
Oh, Daly, my mistake. He threw 4 innings of scoreless ball, struck out 4. And the big RBI base hit by Justin Foles has been the difference so far. So now, Logan Hurd back on the mound to face off against right-handed hitting Jacob Burley. Could use a huge hit from him here. First pitch to him, he takes one down and in. And the count 1-0. Now, a hit would be nice, but if he can walk and get on base and keep the line moving, that'll also help. It's all about creating traffic on the base paths late in this game. Mulcair with a decent lead over there at first base as the next pitch, a fastball right there at the belt to Burley. And the count even now at 1-1. And thank you so much for tuning in here today on KEDO and the Black Bears YouTube channel, Black Bears TV network. So happy to have you back on. So happy to have baseball back here in Longview. As the 1-1 is low for a ball, gets away from Wetterow. Here's the throw, the tag. They got him. Sean Mulcair is caught trying to advance on the dirt ball read. And a great throw that time from Colin Wetterow, who was turned around, actually lost his mask. It was crooked on his face, still able to make the throw, and that eliminates the Black Bears base runner. So now there's 2 outs and a 2-1 count for Burley. So now Burley, if he wants to knock in the winning run, he's going to have to go yard. 2-1. Fastball outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike. He deals. Swung on and tapped over to third. Goes off of Foles' glove. Turns around, fires to first, and it goes over the head of the first baseman. So that's an E5. Jacob Burley advances, and once again, the Black Bears have a man aboard here with a chance to tie the game.
Jace Bailey up now on the plate. Make some noise for Jace.
First error of the game. And the fans showing Jace Bailey some love, the switch hitter coming back up. Bailey 0 for 2 today, but has been hit by a pitch. Could use some pop from him now. Bailey did have a home run against Ridgefield. So you have another one in him here. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, runner on first base, Sweets up 1-0. First pitch, swing and a miss, gets him on the breaking ball. And the count 0-1. Nice lead by Burley off the bag. He's got some wheels. Hitting the gap, scores him. 0-1. Fastball low and in. Count 1-1. Yeah, and especially for a catcher, Burley can really move. Has a stolen base already. Came in the game against Ridgefield. He's got good first to third speed as well. It's a different kind of speed. Stolen base and first to third as this sails way high with the breaking ball. And 2-1, Jace Bailey with an advantage now. Waiting on deck is Johnny Radomski. Black Bears looking to push across their first run. One will tie it. Two will give them a lead to carry over into the top of the ninth. The 2-1. Crushed in the air, but foul on the right side. And the count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Bailey stepping out of the box, readjusting his batting gloves, just trying to stay calm there. And deliver here in a big spot for Cowlitz. Burley now 10 feet off the bag at first base. Hurd with a long look, now peeks over at the runner. Kicks and fires the 2-2, and this is smoked over to third. Foles picks it up, goes the short way to second, and that'll end the inning right there on the fielder's choice. 5-4, and the Black Bears get some men on base, but do not get anybody around to score. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We are through 8 here at David Story Field. The Sweets lead at 1-0, coming to bat in the top of the 9th. You're listening and watching Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and the Black Bears TV network. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
Look at that. Please help us keep Story Field clean this summer. Please collect your trash and
well, here we are in the 9th inning. Walla Walla 1, Cowlitz nothing. Colin Wetterow, William Grimm, and Jackson Lappiner all coming up against the new pitcher, Michael Benz. Benz through 1 inning, went 1-2-3 against Ridgefield with a couple of strikeouts. Hard-throwing righty, one of the 2 big-time late-inning arms for this team. I believe it's going to be Benz and Bradwell working in as the 2 closers for this team, depending on who's available. But right now, they'll just be tasked with keeping it 1-0 against the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Sweets as the Black Bears look to try to win their home opener here today. Now a nice throw down to second by Jacob Burley, and we're ready to go here in the top of the 9th. Wetterow 1 for 3, a base hit, a ground out, and a fly out. Has sprayed the ball to all fields. His single was up the middle, his fly out was to left, and his ground out was to Matty Fung, the second baseman. Now Burley conversing with Benz here. As the sun continuing to go down here in Longview. Another big thank you to everybody involved with the Black Bears, especially our GM Gus Fair, our owner Tony Bonacci, and Carrie Gatteau, our do-it-all team administrator, for making things happen. Also, Josh Carter doing a nice job with his public address over there. You can hear him right here.
For the Walla Walla
playing some music. He is a radio station employee. As first pitch to Wetterow is a scorching fastball right on the outside corner, count 0-1. Man, he throws hard. Ben, 6 foot, 200 pounds from Corte Madera, California, and goes to Sonoma State University. Next pitch, another swing and a miss. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So Benz comes in, pounding the zone. I wouldn't be shocked to see a high fastball here. And the righty sets, fires, breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Benz comes right in there, gets the swinging strikeout and puts him down for out number 1.
Good job, 2-9.
Now here comes William Grimm. 0 for 2, ground out, fielder's choice, and a walk for this young man. As Benz just came in throwing hard. Couple of fastballs and then a changeup to get him down. And woo! Pounds that outside corner, 0-1. What a pitch that is. And I mentioned it earlier. This team has got a full slate of flamethrowers just itching to grab the baseball in the late innings as Benz misses just off the plate, 1-1. Now the next 1-1 offering. Hit high in the air and deep, but that's going to go foul on the right side and hook way out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. I think Benz tried to hook something inside, but Grimm read that off-speed pitch the entire way, so Ben's probably going back to the fastball. He does, swing and a miss, strike 3. Punches him out swinging on another outside fastball, and that pitch is, whew, I don't want to be in the box against that one, that's for sure. And now here comes a pinch hitter. Connor Cirillo will come up. It's Cirillo's first time to the plate. Connor, 5'9" infielder, 160 pounds from Bellevue, Washington. Goes to USC as he takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And yeah, Cirillo looks a little frustrated there after seeing that pitch. That is a, whew, there are flames coming off the back of that pitch. That's all I can tell you. So he skips that one in the outside batter's box. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the 1-1. Breaking ball is crushed to the left side, but that's going to go foul. And another 1-2 count for Michael Benz. The fake car alarm sounder drawing some laps. Nice work by Josh. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Walla Walla lead it 1-0 here in the top of the 9th inning. Ben's looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And the 1-2 he deals. Breaking ball is slapped in the air over to right center field, and that's going to drop in the gap for a base hit. Cirillo going to round first, head to second. The throw! They got him! The cannon from Kyle Sandstrom. No, they called him safe. Wow. Wow. All right, that's all I got to say. Cirillo was dead to rights over there at second base, and I guess they're going to say he slid in under the tag. I'm not really sure what the umpire saw there. Sandstrom threw a bullet over to second base, and man, they caught a big break there. So here comes Jack Sheward, 0 for 1 with the flyout. It's going to go as a double for Cirillo, pinch hit double for him. It's the first pitch fastball inside, and the count 1-0. So that's a big difference maker here, because not only is that not the last out, but now there's a runner in scoring position, and they're forcing Benz to throw a few more pitches. That can have some effect on the rest of the series. 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jack Sheward. On deck is Cameron Butler. Ben's going to try to keep him there. 1-0 sweeps up. Runner in scoring position for him, though. Looking to double that lead. As Ben's next pitch, swing and a miss. Off that curveball, and now ahead once again, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cirillo on second base. Black Bears trail it by 1. Looking to keep the deficit to just that single run as he steps off and checks over towards second base, but nobody there. And once again, Ben sets. Another quick look, double take towards second base. And the 1-2. Swung on and grounded over to short. Going to be a tough play. Schwartz picks it up, fires way across the diamond, off the pick, and they got him! Matthew Schwartz with the absolute laser of a throw, gets him on the hop, and puts him down for the final out of the inning. So there's a double, but he does not score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left aboard. Final 3 outs coming up for the Black Bears. Looking to walk it off here in the home opener. You won't want to miss this. You're tuned in to Cowens Black Bears Baseball on KEDO and the Black Bears TV network. We'll be back in just 1 minute. All right here, bottom of the ninth. Johnny Radomski, Wilson Weber, Kyle Sandstrom.
All right, this is the part of the evening
against
where the
a
Black
new
Bears
arm
really
out here.
need you to cheer. They need that energy.
Trying to figure out who it is. That's 41, Eric Romo. So Eric Romo will look to try to close things out. Romo, a right-hander, 6 foot from Cal Poly, Pomona.
Go Johnny. Yeah.
All right, so Radomski, 0 for 2. Hit by pitch, ground out, and a fly out.
Come on, Johnny, be a hitter.
There you go.
Righty, righty, lefty, all coming up against a right-handed throwing Romo. He's got a closer's beard as he misses outside for a ball count 1-0. And the crowd now starting to cheer behind their Cowens Black Bears, hoping to will them to victory here tonight. Next pitch, down and away again, and Radomski jumps ahead in the count 2-0. Just what they need from him right now. All he's got to do is get on base. He represents the tying run out there at the plate. He's choked up on the bat with those white batting gloves. Here's the 2-0, and he hits one the other way on the ground. Conniff is there, picks it up, fires to first, and now the Black Bears only with 2 more outs to work with. So 1 away, here's Wilson Weber. He has one of the team's 3 hits today. Base hit, strikeout, or actually a couple strikeouts.
Wilson Weber up to bat now.
Come on, Wilson.
Yeah, let's go Wilson.
First pitch, swing and a miss by Weber in the count 0-1. Weber trying to make something happen right now with the bat. Just a nice base hit up the middle, all they need. 0-1. Swing and a miss again at the high cheese, and now he falls behind 0-2. On deck, Kyle Sandstrom, the center fielder. After scoring 10 runs in the first game, the Black Bears have been held scoreless now through 8 1/3. 0-2. And he gets a piece of that one, and it ricochets down and will go into the stands back here on the concourse, right in front of the press box. A young fan sprinting over. Let's see if this guy gives him the ball. And he's still deciding who to give it to as Weber swings and misses as Romo stares him down after that, walks off the mound, and now there's 2 away.
Sandstrom.
And it looks like the adult that got the ball is making the kids do push-ups to see who gets the ball, so whoever goes the most, I guess, is going to get it. Last chance for the Black Bears. They trail 1-0 to the Sweets here in their home opener. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Here's Kyle Sandstrom, 0 for 3, all ground outs. And Sandstrom, the lefty, swings and misses. He was way out ahead of that one, count 0-1. Again, all Cowlitz has to do is get a guy on base and then hand it over to the next guy. Romo, though, 8 pitches, 6 strikes. His fastball looks great. Almost as hard as the pitches that we saw from Benz, as this one misses low, 1-1. Romo throwing straight over the top. Here's his 1-1. Swung on and grounded to short. Picked up by Butler, and he boots it. That ball will go into center field. It's going to go as, I believe, an E6, and the Black Bears stay alive here at home. And Brock Bozette going to come up to the plate with the tying run on base.
Here we go, Brock Bozette. Brock Bozette in the house now.
Come on, Brock. Bring him around.
Bozette 0 for 2 with a walk and a couple of strikeouts. Tying run on first base in the form of Kyle Sandstrom. First pitch from Romo. That's a strike on the outside corner. Count 0-1. The Sweets were held scoreless through 7. Were able to chip one across in the 8th inning off the bat of Justin Foles, a base hit. They actually had 3 hits that inning. The Cowlitz Black Bears have not had a base hit since the 3rd, but one big one right here could tie it up. Next pitch, a curveball high and inside, 1-1. Chance every ball player dreams of. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, and the bat's in your hands with the chance to give your team the lead or at least tie it. Romo, a long look as this is skied, foul, and the Black Bears potentially down to their final strike. Bozette with a couple of practice hacks. Has to be prepared. Romo has a hard fastball but does change speeds. He's ahead in the count 1-2, so he has a lot of pitches to play with. Let's see if Bozette can adjust and deposit one in the outfield. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. They put the tag on him for good measure, and that'll do it. The Cowlitz Black Bears dropped this one by a score of 1-0. The pitching was there, but the offense just could not catch up to that of the Walla Walla Sweets, and a lot of credit have to be going out to them. They did really well out there on the mounds, keeping the Black Bears off balance all game long, and that'll wrap things up. The Black Bears drop their home opener and drop to 1-1 on the season. The Sweets get off to a good start and go to 1-0 with their 1-0 victory. We're going to step aside here for some post-game coverage coming on the other end. We're going to take a little bit of a longer break in between, but we'll be back with post-game coverage right here on KEGO Longview, 99.1 FM and 1400 AM, and the Black Bears TV network. Stick with us. All right, so Jacob, let's do a 3-minute break here. All right, welcome back now. Zach Smolin with you on the Cowlitz Black Bears post-game show. They drop a close one to the Walla Walla Sweets, 1-0. And what more can you ask from your starting pitching? Miles Davis was absolutely sensational out there on the mound today through 6 scoreless innings, allowing just 3 hits, a couple of walks, and 6 strikeouts, half of them looking. You, again, can't ask for much more out of him. And the bullpen was great, just that one hiccup in the 8th inning. A trio of base hits and one of them of the RBI variety. And again, you got to give the Sweets some credit. They were right there on the mound. Their entire team combined for 9 scoreless, only surrendering 3 hits to the Cowlitz Black Bears and none for Cowlitz since the 3rd inning. So now we'll get into some housekeeping things right here. Your winning pitcher for today. Actually, this might be a little bit difficult to find. The winning pitcher today is the man who was in the 8th. As I'm looking now down at our score sheet here, Logan Hurd picks up his first of the season for his 2 innings of scoreless relief. He allowed no hits, just a 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Your save pitcher today is Mr. Eric Romo, who threw an inning of scoreless relief, only allowed the 1 base runner, struck out 2, and the base runner came in on the error. Your Cowlitz Black Bear player of the game is Miles Davis, again, for his 6 innings of scoreless baseball with those 6 strikeouts. And, you know, some things to look for the Black Bears moving forward. This pitching staff's going to be very good. You know that they can hit. I think they just ran into a red-hot Walla Walla Sweets team out here today that came out and just ready to fire. And, you know, the Black Bears were right out there as well. The staff that Brian Burris and Corey Keir and everybody out there was, you know, ready to go out there and pitch. And we saw right there at the end, Michael Benz, he's a flamethrower at the back end. So moving forward, the Black Bears pitching staff and their bullpen look to be a big-time strength. And, hey, we know they can score. You guys saw the game over on Wednesday. They came back down 8-3 and won that one by a score of 10-8, 7 runs coming in that top of the 8th inning. So just might take them a little more time to come around. They'll have a chance, though, to get some revenge on the Walla Walla Sweets tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. and then again on Sunday right here at David Story Field at 1:05 p.m. That's going to wrap things up here on the post-game show here at David Story Field. A couple names to thank here. Our TV producer, Justin Ford, who's right there behind the camera here in a really snazzy San Francisco 49ers hat, I might add. Our radio producer, Jacob Ackerman. From all of us here at the Cowlitz Black Bears, from Gus Farrer, GM, to Tony Bonacci, our owner, our do-it-all administrator, Katie Gateau. My name is Zach Smolin. Final score here from David Story Field. Black Bears, 0, and the Walla Walla Sweets, 1. Take care. Have a great rest of your evening. We hope to see you tomorrow. Stay frosty. Nice. Great work today, man.